and have great vision. PSG's replicated that in game 3, so we need to see DM and whoever's playing with the Wyvern. Who is it? I couldn't see it in time. Yeah, Kingslayer. They need to step up, have better positioning this game. Because, yeah, PSG, they're looking more comfortable with their draft for this game.
Okay, more comfortable. Does that mean that they'll take this game 3? It's going to have to be played out for us to find out. Let's head over to a commentary duo of Cap and Kyle.
Thank you very much, Sheev. Good to see you again. Cap for game 3, Virtus Pro versus PSG.LGD. Winner goes on to play Tundra in the BO5 final. Loser is gone. And we finally have a Coddle. Where has he been?
Oh, that's good.
Close, close, but not quite, not quite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I got so quick question. I don't think this has been changed, but TB Reflection still grants himself the auras of those heroes reflected, right?
30 seconds to battle.
Like, unless that's been changed and I've just completely missed it, I really question. I understand Faith Beyond's a big fan of this Venge. I don't like playing Venge in Cap. Like, you just hand him damage.
The battle begins.
Okay.
What in the blazes?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that certainly could be the case. It is an insane amount of damage, especially now that it's Ame on the Clinkz instead of Zhao 8. I think it'll be more like a traditional carry, and I think of this Clinkz nowadays as a hero like Gyro, like Medusa. You know, it's a hard carry that can farm incredibly fast, and in a lot of ways is like spread damage, not single target. Oh yeah. Well, that's what's so wild to me, Cap, because Venge, look at the CS. You know, this, even with meta to start the laning phase, right? Just doesn't feel very good. And I just look at this lineup and think, I just don't want to play Venge, Cap. I want like a real offlaner. I want something that can help deal with this Terrorblade. And Venge arguably just makes it better. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Ame skip the evasion talent at level 10 for the +2 seconds on reflection. Yeah, and speaking of pressure, ooh, gotta juke the spear. He will.
It's fair to blame your parents. Sounds like the whole mess.
That's the problem with Clock, is that you kind of have to run in, right? You got to be in melee range to be dealing damage, but as the salt starts to fade, or you just want to get out of there, you know, they turn around and hit you. They Lina stun you, and you're 2 armor when you're outside of tower range. It's just not ideal. It's bottom lane. They keep pressuring.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh yeah. That just, you have lane shove, Avenge does not, and end of the day, you will not outlast it or out harass a Terrorblade with 10 base armor at 3.5 minutes into the game. Top lane, why?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No. There.
This is not a fun lane to play for this PSG.LGD lineup. And VP definitely way more in their comfort zone. I feel like, end of the day, this team needs to be able to take the initiative. And the first game, it felt a lot harder for them to do that. DM playing a Tidehunter, yeah, it's one of his specialties, but I think against this team, they need something to be more up-tempo, lower CD in terms of your initiation potential. They do finally land the kill on Y. Could not salve through that. And save on Lina. He plays this hero pubs. Like, this is his hero that he spams. And he's certainly putting in work.
Warm your hands.
Okay.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
It's certainly better than the previous game, though. And I think he is a lot more comfortable on Pango. I know he's won games on Clinkz, but I think for his team, they space-making playmaker than on Clinkz. Like, give Ame Clinkz. I like this one. Body blocks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You're going to go back in on bottom 50 on in trouble. I think that blast is going to miss.
Feed the flames.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Snap out!
They had a really nice lane ward cap. They saw that coming. And immediately, I love this TP from Night.
Structures are fortified.
Oh, GPK push tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now with Death Pact.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but this is just all good for VP. Yeah, the net worth isn't like a huge difference, but it's where it's located that's important. Terrorblade top, GPK just behind, and see if bots finished on the Viper. No, I take that back. He's rushing. Often on the mid Vipers anymore. Perhaps just for catching Clinkz. It's nice against the Pango, and it's set up for your Lina and your Mars. That makes sense.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
I think it does. You know, they're going to look to be battling more often, probably take a more aggressive posturing in the PSG.LGD forest. And it just always spooks me a little bit because it doesn't really help the Viper farm, right? And the BOTs, the one downside of the hero is you just feel so slow in what is now an incredibly fast-paced patch. So you have to be finding kills, and it's very easy to also out of position trying to shove lanes and get caught lingering, and the BOTs just make it a lot easier to stay on map at all times and not hurt your net worth acceleration. But we'll see. I mean, he looks to get involved, right? Just come right top. You've got no Clinkz in the area, but maybe you find a support.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. The only thing missing right now is that PSG.LGD, they only have that single ancient stack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
I love
fallen.
save on this Lina, man. This has been a really nice performance so far. Obviously, just kind of owned last game. Some big solo kills on Ame. Like Y is once again gonna go down. I mean, what can you do, right? You're a clockwork. You're level 4. That is your job.
Doesn't it?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Also, it is impressive to me, you know. Nightfall is 5-0, and Ame just 1-1. But he's kept up in net worth, even with a tower disadvantage. This new Clinkz, man, I'm telling you, it's just kind of OP. I'm just gonna say it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes on later in the game. Yeah, well, there you go. Atos almost paying for itself. Bots be damned. Just act as this easy setup stun. A really nice combo too, of course, because the Viper poison attack, magic resistance so significantly. And then Lina pops over. Didn't even need the Laguna and still finds the kill.
What was I to do?
Extinguished.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It was really nice. So that curse was sick in that they end up finishing that kill on the clock, but because he was there initially, it gives you the full duration on the curse. So Pangolier locked down for almost half of his ultimate, and then unable to find anything other than the Lina. They'll trade 1 for 1 at the end of that fight. We're going to see this one more time.
Radiant are scanning.
Yep. And you really don't have much left. Like, consider this is a mid Pangolier. I think a lot of the innovation that Tundra's demonstrated with placing it as Fadas here on the 5 is that you know, when you trade Curse for the mid Pango's ult, that feels worth. That's value. You know, you're winning this fight. When it's the 5 position, it's like just a mild distraction. You're fine if that's the choice of your enemies. Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, nice job. I both played a pretty solid game. You know, right place, right time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Conservative, no deaths yet. But it's wild. Ame still keeping pace. We'll see how this goes.
Dire's
Will he be
middle
rushing the
tower is under
Scotty?
attack.
We'll see. Maelstrom into the Dragon Lance, thinking about his next item. Scotty not as effective in this game. Obviously, you're not going to be...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or Terrorblade. At the same time, maybe you go for like MKB. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. GPK now going back for the bots. Okay, so minding his progression. Does make him a bit squishy, however. Won't have BKB for a while and is quite susceptible to any sort of hook in blast combo.
Precious
PSG.LGD. Yep. And I like this. He's got the dig on. You don't see this as often on the support coddles.
You're stealing your eyes again.
So that is, and if I were to do a breakdown, that is save a buddy syndrome. The only cure for PSG.LGD would have been to walk away. You leave your clockwork. It's the 5 position. You've gotten the enemy carry. Walk away. This is perfect. Exactly what you wanted. You blow up the enemy carry, the dream, you get the arena, they can just walk away. Everybody's going to be just fine. No threats, no worries, and instead Faith Beyond swaps himself into the arena, and now everybody is, you're thinking you can get a good fight off. Great ultimate from Kingslayer. If he doesn't ult there, he dies, and then suddenly Ame is in a great position. Instead, set up, Nether Toxin, here comes GPK, a nice stun from Save, finishes him off, and Jowett a little late with the Rolling Thunder, but end of the day, maybe just walk away there. That was really a 4 for 1 because Terrorblade doesn't count. He'd already been dead. I know. Huh? Oh yeah. Yep, agreed. And it's also because it's just such a huge difference, right? The stats aren't important. It's the fact that you get to respawn, your spells reset, and you're just another Venge. Like, it makes the hero. So definitely agree. And it's tough as well. You know, 4th place on his own team's network chart, but that's the product of having one of the world's best coddles, taking all your farming his Dagon. It's funny because, you know, PSG.LGD, obviously professionals, they've thought all this through, and it's excellent to watch them play. But oftentimes, you know, not going to call it the Spirit Breaker mid, but if you saw like some random do this, you would flame him.
Jackpot.
And that's like...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. I can hear like the Venge offlane. I'm gonna rush Aghanims. Like I'm buying Dagon on Coddle. This is wild stuff from PSG.LGD.
What a bounty!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's just such a good scepter too, because you don't get anything from... So once Venge dies, you're not really that interested, and chances are you're still dealing with enemies still in the living world. But if he respawns, you come back to the illusion. That's the best part about the scepter. It's actually just so good. I want to play it. It's true. Yeah. It's perfect. It's like the perfect game, honestly. Dota's... I've tried other games. Nothing else really keeps your attention, right? But sometimes the death, like you tab out. Maybe you go make a sandwich. It's rough. Venge, no such problem. No. Well, with no meta, it's just not a fight you're going to be looking to take. So, pretty cool how this game is broken down. You can even see it in the net worth distribution. It's Ame, the carry, and then you've got these three sort of semi-supports backing you up. It's like this 1-3-1 formation. Virtus Pro, you have two big cores.
Middle tower is under attack.
Primary initiator, and then two supports in the backline. So, of course, more of like a 2-1-2. It'll be interesting to see if any of the managers make an adjustment at halftime, but for now, if you're PSG.LGD, it's just protect Ame, and Zhao Wei now with the early Blink Dagger, you could see if he's not Winner's Curse, he's going to go right for the backline, find the Wyvern, find the Lina, and wreak some havoc.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And you notice this from Ame, not all players get this shard so early, but yeah, that over. I think that's worth it. You know, a guaranteed 1,000 health, 120 damage. Like, I think of the shard. Like, you don't have to worry about Death Pact, and it's just easier to play the game, I think, if you can save all that excess brain power from planning out, like, oh, which hard camp am I going to play around? Like, what's my timing going to be like? Plus, it's pretty close to the max you're going to get from any creep in the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's pretty good.
Has fallen.
I could see it.
Invisibility.
Yeah, but to be fair, that is like a 6,400 item that you're then just letting your Clinkz eat. But I can see it. I can see it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, you like send a wolf creep to him, he farms with it, then he eats it, you grab another creep and run the play. It could work. Yeah. You know you've got a crazy idea when JJ's confused. He's like, wait, who? Wait, oh, the Coddle? I don't know about that one, Cap.
Might of Mars.
He's going back for a late earn on Xiaowei, now to go Vessel. I think just primarily to deal with the cold embrace from the Wyvern. Really cool. I feel like the first game, the second game, a bit of a stomp, but game 1 and game 3 have been masterclasses. Just so much fun to watch. It really feels like anybody's game. It's just going to come down to execution within. Ame, dude, he is so far. I don't understand. He's huge. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. And typically you'd think TB would be ideal. Like that's a 2k gold advantage in terms of lane creeps farmed. But I think to your point, a lot of that is, you know, when Skeleton walked, that's a hasted Clinkz. Typically you've seen as one of the faster farmers with even Sanjin Yasha. He's at 396. So a pretty significant advantage for Clinkz just to move part of why the hero is just so strong. Yes. How balanced. Yeah. This is the danger of Clinkz, right? He's cutting two lanes. He's playing by himself and pressuring two lanes.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Enemy territory at that. And now he's hitting a tier 3 as the rest of his team postures around Roche.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Fire! Triple kill!
Yeah, wow, that was 3 buybacks. Oh my, I'm like, man, that's been a lot better for VP than I figured, but that's the case when you spend so much gold. But it's the right move because now you can trade those buys into potential Aegis, and what do you know? Another DD, the most impactful rune so far this series. Can't see him. What?
Dire's middle tower is under
And that, once again, it's the BKB discipline. He still has it available because in that earlier engagement, he positioned and played in such a way he did not need to use it. A lot more inexperienced players would have just, to ensure their escape, popped it. But now you can still contest. This is all Faith Beyond, though, as well, to be fair. He's still in illusion form on the edges of the fight, and you see him come in, getting spells, providing aura to his Clinkz, the defensive swap there, and then he's going to respawn and come right back into the fight. So cool. I really, the damage amp, you know, the swap then off cooldown to save the rampage. And yeah, Nightfall not feeling himself after that one, and the coach even turning away. Can't watch. It hurts to lose 5 in Roche like that. An 11 kill out of nowhere.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
they've got to stop killing Faith Beyond, honestly. Like, you're playing into his hands. He accepts death, and then, like, he's still there, but with cooldowns reset. So it's actually a detriment to your team fighting ability to kill the Venge. It's just, hey. And you can also see, as always, the influence of PSG.LGD and their emphasis. 2 wards they have placed to the top side of the map, just covering both the lanes. So anytime you... Well, there they are.
Scanning.
He is so farmed. I mean, a big part of that, like Clinkz Coddle, you're just eating creep waves. Like, you have nowhere to play if you're Virtus Pro. You are stuck in your base, just killing waves. And meanwhile, there's a clock off map. That's a really good point. It's like, it's better than Burning Army at that.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
There it is.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
E-Blade.
Radiant's middle barracks is falling. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Just unbelievable. I mean, yeah, you can see they last pick Venge. Maybe not the greatest matchup, but Faith Beyond is just a beast. Like, they got Aghanims and just won every single fight. Damage output far too high, and I can understand like resetting cooldowns, but the fact that you get an extra swap as well when you go to illusion form is just nuts. Like, he wants to die at a certain point just because of how much stronger it then feels. Like, you just get bonus abilities, bonus move speed even.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. The Dire now have victories. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I gotta say, PSG.LGD, you're likely headed to the finals. Make Ame your sole Clinkz player. I like the Gleipnir as an item, but not first. The fourth item feels way stronger and just near incredible. It's perfect.
Radiant's ancient is under